Hi everyone! Today we're going to be discussing bullying. Now, bullying is a hot button topic in today's society because it affects so many people. And as parents and as educators, we need to understand what bullying is, the different forms of bullying, how it affects students, and ways that we can intervene and give strategies to those students who are being bullied and prevent those who are. So we'll begin today with asking ourselves, what is bullying? It's an unwanted, aggressive behavior that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. So usually bullying involves somebody who has no control outside of the situation in their everyday lives, and being a bully allows them to have some form of control. Now, when we think of bullying, think of, how it's portrayed in the media as, one of the bigger kids pushing a smaller kid up against the locker and stealing his lunch money. Now, even though that is a form of bullying, there are many different facets that make up bullying in our society today. And those different types are physical, verbal, social, and cyber. Now, physical bullying is like how I was describing a bigger kid pushing a smaller kid up against the locker and stealing his lunch money. That's physical bullying. It's hitting someone, kicking someone, tripping them. It could also be damaging property. It's something that we can physically see, and usually we can physically intervene and prevent it. But we also want to be aware of our second form of bullying, which is verbal. Now, this comes in the form of name calling, insults, teasing, intimidation, and verbal abuse. Now, similar to physical bullying, this has a long-lasting impact on the person who is being bullied. Now, it might not be as obvious as physical bullying, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. I think of back when I was in school, and I remember other kids were being picked on and kids were name calling them. Now that stays with somebody. Now the bully will forget it, but the person who is being bullied, that will stay with them the rest of their life. That is why, as an educator and as parents, we need to be so vigilant in preventing bullying from happening, because it not only harms our students and our future civilians, it impacts our society as a whole. Now we're going to discuss our third form of bullying, which is social bullying. Now this is spreading rumors, encouraging others to socially exclude someone, damaging someone's social reputation. Now when I think of this, I think of the movie Mean Girls. When they walk into the cafeteria and it's very cliquey and everybody's talking about everybody else, or, one person comes in and a group is, making fun of them. Now, social bullying has some serious effects on students because usually it happens in a group setting and obviously a social setting. These students will now want to isolate themselves from situations. They will form that want for isolation because of experiences with social bullying. So we need to be very aware of that as well. Our fourth type of bullying is cyberbullying, which is the newest form because of all of the technological advances we have in our society today. Now, with cyberbullying, it could be through abusive or hurtful Facebook posts or Instagram posts or text messages or hurtful emails. Because we are so socially connected, it's so easy for kids to be mean to each other because they don't need to do it to their face. They can do it behind a computer screen, and they can instantly do it. We need to be very, very proactive and regulate technology and its usage with students to kind of intervene with what's happening. Because you never know what is impacting a student because you're not going to see it physically, you're not going to verbally see it, and you're not going to socially see it. So that is why we need to have open lines of communication with children and our students, because they will allow us to know what is happening, and that allows us the ability to help. And that is the biggest thing that we can do, especially for cyberbullying, and give our students strategies to overcome it. Next is a video on a student who was bullied.
Why do they bully? What's the point of it? Why do you find joy in taking innocent people and finding a way to be mean to them? It's not okay.
What do they say to you?
They make fun of my nose. They call me ugly. They say I have no friends.
What'd they do to you at lunch?
Pour milk on me and put ham down my clothes. Threw bread at me.
Is it just you?
Yep.
Or is it other kids too that feel that way?
Say it's other kids too.
How's that make you feel?
I don't like that they do it to me, and I for sure don't like that they do it to other people, because it's not okay. People that are different don't need to be criticized about it, because it's not their fault. But if you are made fun of, just don't let it bother you. Just stay strong, I guess. It's hard. But it'll probably get better one day.
So this video really shows the impact bullying has on people. And I think until we see it and experience it, we don't truly understand the impact it has and how hurtful it is to somebody. Now, 21% of students say that they're bullied at school. So in a classroom of 20 students, that means 5 students are bullied within that classroom. We need to change those percentages. No student should ever have to come to school and feel unsafe or feel that they're going to be ridiculed. Like I had mentioned before, the effects of bullying can be long-lasting and go into adulthood. It can cause depression and anxiety, isolation, health complaints, and decreased academic achievement. So strategies we can use to stop bullying is we need to connect with our kids. We need them to know they have a place to go to feel safe and to discuss things that are happening. For kids that are the ones bullying, a lot of the times there's something in their home life that's happening. We need to have open lines of communication. We need to promote positivity. We need to intervene on the spot. And we need to model what it should be to be a good citizen. If we do all those things, I believe we can prevent bullying and help those who have already been bullied. Thank you so much for listening to my PowerPoint on bullying.